So I'm going to discuss about probability. Okay. Now listen to me carefully. So first of all, I'm going to pay attention to Venn diagrams. I'm going to pay attention to Venn diagrams. Right. So let's think about a Venn diagram. So you have set A, set B. So the outer set is called universal set. We call it universal set. Now, I'm going to understand what is this one over here, A intersection B. Intersection means, common. So common between A and B. Then if you think about this guy, so this is A prime intersection B. Okay. Now what is this language? Now if you have the universal set and you have A here, right? So A is going to be actually this one. What is A prime? A prime is going to be this. This is going to be A prime, right? A prime means not A, not A. So now you can see A prime intersection B is that. This guy is going to be A intersection B prime. A intersection B prime. Now, then the other part would be A prime intersection B prime. So this picture is very important for you to understand. Okay. So that means A intersection B prime plus A intersection B. I'm going to add everything. A prime intersection B plus A prime intersection B prime is equal to universal set. Is equal to universal set. Okay. So now at the same time, if you think about the probability of A intersection B prime, probability of A intersection B, probability of A prime intersection B, probability of A prime intersection B prime, that's going to be the total probability. 1. Total probability 1. Okay. So this picture is very important. So now we are talking about intersections only. So if you get a question from intersections, this is the only place you will get that. Okay. This is the only place you will get that. So now by looking at the diagram, now think about this. A union B. You all know this is union. Union means what? Union means everything inside A and B, like this. That is union, right? So now if you look into the picture, you can see this union can be written as A intersection B prime, A intersection B, A prime intersection B. You can see the picture. Now, if you want to understand about the probabilities, so probability I'm introducing now. A union B is equal to probability A intersection B prime, probability A intersection B, probability A prime intersection B. Okay. So now that is another construction. So these you don't have to remember these things, but you need to know this diagram. Okay, you need to know this diagram. So all of these are construction through that. Right? So if you understood, that's fine, right? Okay, now this is fine. So let's think about union now. Let's think about union. Okay. So you have A here, you have B here. You have A here, you have B here. So we understand this guy, the common guy, is going to be A intersection B. The common guy is A intersection B. Right? So now A union B is nothing but everything in A, everything in B. So now you can see when I'm saying everything in A and everything in B, this area was double counted, right? For A, this area is collected, right? For B also, this area is collected. So that means this area is double counted in here. Okay. So now that means we call it duplicate, right? So we are going to remove the duplicate. So that duplicate would be now minus A intersection B. So what we did, we removed the double count. Okay, I hope you understand that. So now if you think about the probability of this guy, probability A, probability A union B is probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Okay, so that this one you can convert into probability. Convert into probability. Right. So I hope this picture also makes sense to you. Now the next one. Now you might think, if you don't know this detail, you might think how to calculate the probability. What is probability? What is probability? Okay. So think about this. This is A, this is B. This is universal set. Okay. So now, probability of A is defined by number of things in A divided by number of things in universal set. Number of things in E. So that's how you find the probability of A. So now example, probability of A intersection B means what? This means number of things in A intersection B. Now visualize that middle island, divide by, always it is relative to the universal set. Number of things in the universal. So this is the biggest set, right? You understand? That's the biggest set. So that ratio is the probability. Okay. So now, what is the probability of universal set? Probability of universal set. That would be n in universal divided by n in universal is equal to 1. That's what we call total probability. That's called total probability. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you. If you didn't know that, if you didn't know this before. Right. Right. So now moving on. Not. If you have something like this, so this note is enough for you to do the Venn diagram question in the exam. Okay. Suppose you have A and B both. Suppose you have A and B both. This is your universal set, right? So now we understand this is A intersection B. This one is going to be A intersection B prime, right? So what is A now? What is A now? A is nothing but A intersection B prime plus A intersection B. A intersection B prime plus A intersection B. You can see that, right? This guy and this guy is going to be this guy. Now, to this, you can calculate probability. That means you are introducing probability. Probability of A is equal to probability of A intersection B prime plus probability of A intersection B. Okay. Right. So yeah, so we understand that now, right? Now, if you think about probability of B, how do you write probability of B? So this might come. Probability of B is probability of B intersection A prime plus probability of this. Okay. So yes. So now we understood everything about Venn diagrams. So if you have any issue, let me know, right? Or go through this note and understand what is A prime, which is not A, right? So A prime is not A. So then accordingly, if this is new to you, understand common. This will tell you just this part. This will tell you just this part. Okay, just this part. Okay. So go through this again. I will upload the video as well. And then if you have any, ask me questions. Otherwise, practice these things. No need to memorize. It's just see whether this makes sense to you. And yeah, so that will be enough actually. Venn diagram. So next week in the class, I'm going to discuss about tree diagrams and independent events, right? Dependent events, independent events, mutually exclusiveness, right? Those three I'm going to discuss next time. Okay. Okay. So that's it for today. And I'll see you Friday. I'll see you on Friday.